So utasema tu simply a volume in forex, we mean in forex, not physics or anything to do with chemistry. In forex, it's just the number of contracts, number of lots traded within a specific period. So in case niweke nini, alafu after class nitaonyesha settings za hii kitu. So mnikumbushe after class nionyeshe setting ya hii kitu juu most probably najua yako ika hivi. So in case niweke kitu kai, so you can basically see the volume of each and every price level. You can see the volume of each and every price level. So it's just the number of contracts traded within a specific period, within a specific level. So for example, kwa hii level, you can see hapa hivi juu how many contracts were traded. 14. You can see there were 14 contracts traded. Hivi chini kabisa, you can see how many contracts were traded. There were 26 contracts traded at that specific place there. You can see. So volume this data inakuonyeshanga like how many trades have been executed in the market, and it's very, 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 very essential for understanding the strength the conviction behind the market movements. Basically, kama unatumia the normal candlestick like this, utaona tu sell, utaona tu a bearish candlestick, utaona tu a bullish candlestick. Do you see? Utaona tu candlestick moja kubwa, but wewe utaona tu candlestick na utajua what's behind that candlestick. That is, if you are using the only candlesticks, utajua what's the volume behind that candlesticks. Kulikuwa na buyers wangapi exactly when wakafanya hii candlestick ipush juu hivyo. But the moment tuna switch kwa footprint chart, utakuja kupata how many buyers were there. There were 90 aggressive buyers on that specific candlestick, ndo wakapush market juu like that, you can see. But in the normal candlestick, you have no idea whether it's 5 buyers, 10 buyers, 15 buyers, or what. Huwezi jua. So that's why we are coming to the footprint chart now. So volume showing how many trades have been executed in the market at each and every price level. Any price level, utajua how many trades have been executed. You see. So you can see sahi for the last footprint, the last kind of 30 minutes footprint, ukikombine hizi trades zote, that's the volume that has been traded in that specific footprint. You can only see that kama unatumia footprint charts. So there are two types of volume. Unakuwa na tick volume. So that's the actual transaction volume, na kunakuwa na real volume. So utapata platforms zingine zikiprovide real volume data like this one. So for this case hatutatumia tick volume, tutakuwa tunatumia real volume, real lots, real contracts. So you can either see this data iko in form of a volume amount. So you can either see this data in form of amount, either amount or contracts. So in case in amount, basically is hii tuna deal na amount. So this is amount. In case in contracts, tunaonyeshana ikiwa in terms of what lot size. So we are basically dealing with the amount. Yeah. So those are the two types of volume. So we are not interested with the tick volume, we're only interested with the real volume. So real volume ndio inatuonyeshana how many contracts were traded at a specific level, or how much money was put in each and every specific level. So turn to me BTC/USD. Instead, it has a lot of volume instead of the other pairs. Yeah. So why does the volume matter? Mbona tutumie volume? Mbona tusitumie the normal candlestick patterns? Ama mbona tusitumie the normal candlestick? So volume is very, 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 very important confirmation tool. Actually, hizi vitu zote tutakuja kusoma zitakuwa tu footprint, itakuwa tu for confirmation. It's not like a solid strategy on its own. Itakuwa tu for confirmation. Whatever strategy you are using before, utakuwa na confirm before kuenter, utakuwa na confirm na volume ama na footprint. It's a very, very, very important confirmation tool. So obviously, when the price moves any direction, inakuwa accompanied by high volume. So it's a very, very, very strong signal for participation and market conviction. So huwezi pata ati price ikimove hivyo tu randomly without volume. Huwezi pata ati price ina move hivyo tu, ina move tu bila volume. So when the price moves either up or down, unajua directly that it's been accompanied by what? Strong volume. So for example, footprints is load. So for example, if you take at any strong candlestick, any big candlestick kama footprint, for example, these are whole footprint, you can see kuna more volume compared to the other footprints. Why? So tumesema when the price moves, no matter what direction it moves, inakuwa accompanied by strong volume. So anytime you're trading and you see a lot of like a big abnormal volume, for example, in case ulikuwa kwa trade at this level, then one like 57 buy volume zimeingia, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to push up like that. Ulikuwa nafaa kubuy kwenda juu nayo. If there is no way 57,000 buy volume itaingia, then we expect market shuke chini. No, that won't happen. So when there's a lot of volume, price generally moves either buy ama sell volume. If it's a sell volume, price inafanya nini? Inashuka. If it's a buy volume, price inafanya nini? Inapanda. So high volume, it's a signal for what? For stronger market, a signal for strong trends. So if you are trading using the normal support and resistance, najua maybe kila mtu hapa hivi anajua support and resistance. Let me look for an example. So if you are trading using the support and resistance, you can comfortably know when the price is going to break out, ama if the price is not going to break out. Why? We're just going to look at the volume. For example, I'm just looking for a good support or resistance zone like this. So basically, this was our first touch, second touch, then this one was third touch. So you can basically know that the price is not going to break out down here by just checking the volume. So just turn to the footprint chart and you can zoom in there and see what happened at that specific zone. So after hii candlestick imeguza, we're just going to look at what happened next after that candlestick imeguza. So what happened next? Kulikuwa na this bullish footprint. So atuitangi hizi candlesticks sasa tutakuwa tunaziita footprint. So mostly utakuwa ukisikia nitumia tu term footprint, not candlestick. So this footprint, I hope mnakumbuka jana tukisema kuhusu hii delta. Delta inaonyeshananga the difference between buyers and sellers. So kwa hii kind of footprint yote, the difference between buyers and sellers ni positive 315,000. So tukisema if delta is positive ni kumaanisha buyers ni wengi. So market iko kwa support zone. Na imekuambia like kuna 315k aggressive buyers. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go up with it. So in short, inakuonyesha like the price is not going to break down. Then tutakuja cover vitu zingine kaa hizi. When you see red candlesticks zikiwa na positive delta, red candlestick positive delta, red candlestick positive delta. When you walikuwa previous class wanajua what happens when you see something like that. So we are just on introduction part. So hata ukichanganyika usijali, tuko pamoja. So I was saying high volume inakuwa signal for a stronger trend. So market inaweza kuwa na consolidation like this, market consolidate hivi. After consolidation, then somehow we notice a lot of buy volume hapa hivi chini. What do you expect? Basically, we expect that market to break out consolidation side ya juu like that. Ama on the consolidation part, uone nini? Uone a lot of sell volume up here. All of a sudden zimeappear. What do you think? The market will just break out side ya chini like that. If it's a lot of sell volume after consolidation, you expect a breakout down. If it's a lot of buy volume after consolidation, you expect a price to break upper side. So don't forget that. Low volume indicates nini? Kama high volume indicates stronger trends, stronger trend, ni kumaanisha low volume indicate lack of interest. So most probably if it is low volume utapata price ikiconsolidate ikiconsolidate. Obviously consolidation na kuanga juu hakuna volume, but kama kuna volume utapata consolidation. Yeah, so you can basically know kama kuna high volume ama low volume depending on the like average number of volume. Kuna currency pair fulani utafungua uone volume ina range maybe kutoka 50 to 100 like that, then all of a sudden uone like 500 contracts. So utajua nini? That's abnormal number of volume and it's like most likely to move the market either up or down depending kama ni buyers walikuwa wengi ama ni sellers walikuwa wengi. You see? So what do I mean? So ukiona like let me open a currency pair. Nitawapea chance ya kuuliza maswali. So juu iko na a lot of volume, let me try kitu kama Euro USD. and make sure unatumia either Pepperstone broker ama Xchief, either Pepperstone broker or Xchief. Let's use Pepperstone here, and then let's go back to the bid and ask charts. So what do I mean? So I nilikuwa namaanisha let's use 5 minute time frame. Alafu ukuwe na nini ya kutumia 5 minute time frame. Make sure utakuwa unatumia 5 minute time frame. So nilikuwa namaanisha aje? So you might see like a consolidation. For example, ukiangalia consolidation hapa hivi, average volume is, you can see 9, 20, 14, 15, 6, 2, 8, 17. Then all of a sudden, kunakuja 28. Like, hizi tunazitanga nini? Volume spike. Kunakuja 28. Like, unapata volume ni, you can see 5, 9, 20, 14, 11, 15, 2, 8, 17. You can see, so the average hapo hivyo tunaona ni kama, average hapo hivyo tunasema ni 15 hapo hivyo. I can see the illustrations. If you can see, please log out, then you log in. Unaeka utaona vizuri. So then all of a sudden, kunakuja a volume spike. What is a volume spike? You can see. Let me try zooming in for you. So then all of a sudden, kunakuja volume spike at 28. At 28 at which tuko hatujaona anything like that on this consolidation. So if it's a 28 aggressive bias inamaanisha nini? What does it mean? The market is most likely to go up. Na tulisema aje, you can know who is taking over the whole footprint by just checking the color of the cells. You can see green, green, green. Actually hakuna red data moja. You can see zote ni green, meaning kulikuwa na a lot of bias at this specific area. So that's why you can see the breakout will happen side gani? Upper side. So I was just trying to illustrate the volume spike. In case huoni, you can actually zoom in hapo hivyo kwa presentation. Unaona hapo hivyo, unaona screen yangu, zoom in hapo hivyo, it's possible. In case huoni, you can zoom in hapo hivyo kwa presentation. So ukiona any unusual like a surge in volume, so it's a potential change in price direction ama start of a strong trend. Anytime unaona change in volume na kulikuwa na consolidation, it's a potential start of a strong trend. Sasa ninatafutia consolidation nyingine. This is GBPSD. Sasa tuone kama hapa hivi area kulikuwa na surge in volume, kama kulikuwa na volume change. Let's see what happened on this consolidation. Ilikuja na 35. You can see you are just guaranteed that market is gonna break outside ya juu. Why? If you look at this consolidation zone here, these are whole consolidation zone. Take a look at that consolidation. What's the volume? You can see this is 2, -7, 17, 1, 15, 3, 11, 1, 22. So we're looking at delta 15, 16, 11, 4, 10, 7, 9. Then all of a sudden out of nowhere unapata 35. A number that hukuwa na hapa hivi anywhere. A number that was nowhere to be seen, unapata 35. So ukipata 35 aggressive sellers all over wame break out kwa consolidation, do you expect the market to shoot down? And aggressive buyers. So it's biased because this is positive and it's green. We don't expect the market to go down like this. We expect the market to break out venye na iendelee venye tumeona hapa hivi juu. Why? Because there are 35 aggressive buyers, not sellers. You see, but market in case ingefanya ku break out with a bearish footprint down here, then delta yake ikuwe 40, -40, tumejua how directly that's aggressive sellers, 40 aggressive sellers, like that and so on. So anytime you see a consolidation, where just relax and wait for you wait for a volume spike. You wait for like abnormal volume surge. Volume huku unaona kwa footprints zingine inaokaa all of a sudden pap. You expect the market to do what? You expect the market to go with the direction kwenye volume imefanya nini. So there are key concepts to highlight. Those are the volume spikes and number 2, volume divergence. Volume divergence ama kitu tunaitanga nini? Absorption. So there's a whole module dedicated to absorption, so staki kuiguza sahi. We are going to cover that. I'll send the modules leo after class. So please make sure mmenikumbusha nitume modules zenye tutakava after class. Yeah, so that's the volume spike. Hiyo ndo tu nilikuwa nataka kuguzia hapa hivi. Absorption tutaifanya maybe uko kwa module 7, 8, somewhere like that. So Now let's see order flow. Tumefanya volume hapo hivyo. So that was just about volume. Now let's see order flow. Juu order flow is actually inakuanga defined differently na volume. Kuna volume na kuna order flow. Yeah, actually kila kitu kwa footprint charts, kuna mtu naona anauliza kama tunafaa kutumia kwa 5 minutes time frame. Anything kwa footprint charts, make sure unatumia 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes time frame. Yeah. If it's confirmation, make sure una confirm na 5 minutes time frame. Once umeenda kwa higher time frames like 4 hours, if you go to the current market. So once umeenda huku hivi kwa 4 hours, I can guarantee you hutaona changes in the market. You see, you can just see it's like 946, like that. Weziona like immediate changes, but the moment unaenda tu kwa 5 minutes time frame, baby, utaona changes ziki happen like in real life. Now that's what we're going to cover in a few. Order flow. You can see changes. You can see mpaka the changes in price level. You can see 0, 1, 4, 2. Like utaona tu zikichange, so utajua nani wameingia kwa market, like hapo hivyo utajua immediately. So usitumie 1 minute hiyo, utapelekwa mbio sana. Just use a 5 minutes time frame. Ikuja ni anything to do with order flow, just use 5 minutes time frame. So order flow. Now what is order flow? So order flow, whatever you're seeing here, whatever activity you are seeing here happening, that's the order flow. So it's like the real-time flow of buy and sell orders in the market. You can see both buy and sell orders in the market. You can see hapa hivi juu venye nimeisha. Imeisha na 0 sell orders na 1 buy orders. You see. You can see huku hivi chini venye iliisha. 9 sell orders and 0 buy orders. You can see the current market hapa hivi venye inaendelea. Now whatever you're seeing here is the order flow. So order flow is this process. This is what called order flow. So ukisikia mtu akisema order flow, is the real time flow of buy and sell orders in the market. So inakuonyeshana how orders are interacting with the price levels, how orders are interacting with each other, how buyers are interacting with each other. There's one buyer, there's 3 sellers, there's 2 sellers, there's one buyer. So now that's the order flow. You see. So for order flow, lazima tukuwe na buyers na sellers and the price level. You see. Obviously price level inakuanga huko hivi mwisho, buyers na sellers wanakuanga hapa hivi. So lazima kuwe na buyers, sellers na price level. So hata kuwe na buyers na sellers lakini make any sense. You see. So yeah, order flow is a real-time flow of buy and sell orders in the market. So inakuonyeshanga tu venye buyers na sellers wana interrelate to each other at each and every price level. Now, what is the key component of the order flow? So, what's the key component of the market? So, number one, there are 1, 2, 3 components of the order flow, components of the market. They are basically 3. So, number one, kuna market orders. So, market orders ni ka instant execution. See, most of us tunatumianga instant market orders. Like the moment tunafanya buy na market inactivate buy immediately. That's the market order. The moment unafinya sell na market na activate sell immediately, that's a market order. So number 2, kuna limit orders. Limit order. So limit orders ni gani? Akina buy limit, akina sell limit, akina buy stop, akina sell stop. You see, hizo zote ni limit orders. Number 3, kuna nini? Stop orders. So stop orders ni kama gani? Stop orders, it's either stop loss or take profit. So stop orders obviously tunazitumianga to stop the market. It's either cutting losses ama taking profits. Market orders tunatumianga to execute market at the best available price. You see, so it's like immediate execution, it's like instant execution. So ukisikia market order unajua ni instant execution ama immediate execution. So limit orders tunatumianga kufanya nini? Tunatumianga ku place order at a specific level, at a specific price. You see, so instant execution, wezitumia instant ama market order ku place order at a specific price. Sometimes utapata market kwa hapa hivi kwa 1.33, before the time unamaliza kufanya buy iko imemove kwa 1.334. You see, so instant execution haikuangi that safe juu ya slippage. Unapata market imemove from where you wanted to place your order. To assume you wanted to buy USDJPY at 160.0, then market iko 160.0, but by the moment unamaliza kufanya buy unapata imekuwa at 159 0.99 something like that. But ukitumia limit order unaweza weka buy limit exactly kwa 160.0. Ukiweka buy limit kwa 160.0 hapo hivyo ndo order yako itakuwa executed. Hakuna kumuviwa at that specific price yenye ulikuwa interested na hivyo ndo order yako itakuwa executed. Now hizo ndo limit orders. So unapata big institutions wanatumia limit orders most of the time. They don't trade aggressively. Why? Juu wakitumia limit orders, orders zao zinakuwa filled at the prices they are interested in. So as watu wanataka kubuy 160, upate ati wamebuy 162. Kama ni 160 wanaweka tu buy limit hapo hivyo ama sell limit hapo hivyo ama sell stop ama buy stop na market ita execute at 160. So hizo ndo limit orders. Na limit orders tulisema aje? Limit orders tulisema they add liquidity sana sana kwa market na huwa zina remain open actually until zikwe filled. So the reason why huwa zina add liquidity ni tulisema limit orders zinatumikanga kama nini? Zinatumikanga kama magnet. The moment watu wengi wanaweka sell limit hapa hivi juu ama big institutions obviously sio retail traders. The moment wanaweka big orders hapa hivi juu then market iko huku hivi chini itakuwa attracted sana kwenda huku hivi kwa hizi sell limit hapa hivi juu like that. So in short, market inaanza kumove aggressively simply because big institutions waliweka nini sell limit hapo hivyo. So ni kumaanisha inafanya nini? Ina increase mpaka liquidity of the market, ina increase mpaka volume of the market like that. You see. So those are the three types of market orders zenye tutakuwa tukitumia, but for us mostly tutakuwa tunatumia limit orders and the market orders. Pia stop loss na take profit at the pia hizo ni kwa tunazitumia. Now let's compare order flow and the price action now. So order flow, wewe ukisikia tu term order flow, wewe ujue it's whatever we are saying here. That's order flow. Anything to do with volume is order flow. As long as it's real time, sio kitu like generate jana. As long as it's real time, that is order flow. So so order flow venye tu mmeona huwa ina provide like a very 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 deep insight unlike the traditional candlesticks. So ukizoea footprint then uweke candlestick hivi hata utakuwa unachanganyikiwa unashangaa what's up, who is taking over the market, what's going on, you see. Ukitoka kwa footprint uweke candlestick hivi yote utakuwa unashangaa what am I going to do, sioni kama ni buyers wengi ama sioni kama ni sellers wengi. So the moment umeanza kutumia footprints won't stop, utaanza tu kuendelea nazo. So ina provide a very 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 deep insight than the traditional candlestick ama traditional price action. So price action obviously inatuonyesha what has already happened. You see, inatuonyesha what has already happened like that. But the moment tunafungua footprint chart inakuonyesha what is happening currently. What is happening currently? Buyers ndo wengi. Okay, sellers ndo wengi. Yeah, market itashuka. Buyers ndo wengi. Yeah, market itapanda. Like that. So in case I use Bitcoin, let's use Bitcoin juu ndo inakuwa na volume mengi usiku. In case nitumie Bitcoin like this, you can so you can actually predict what the price is going to do depending with the volume according to the volume on each and every price level. If you see a lot of buy volume on at this specific price level, you expect the market to shoot up. But if you see a lot of sell volume at a certain price level, you expect the market to do what? You expect the market to go down like that. So in short, inakuonyesha what is currently happening. Sijui mbona imehang. Kama ni kuhang imehang ama ndio inafaa kuwa. So in short inakuonyesha like what is currently happening at each and every price level. You see? So unlike sasa the traditional candlestick part nini ilikuwa inatuonyesha tu what is gonna happen. I mean what has already happened. Haikuwa inatuonyesha what is happening. And see hapa hivi the moment market imefika hapa hivi what nini imefanya hii market shoot juu. So but by now you can comfortably explain why the market has shot up hapa hivi the moment imefika hapa hivi juu. So you can see on this specific sale hapa hivi tumefika chini, there is only 67 sellers but 19,000 buyers. So did you expect the market to push down or push up? Obviously ni push up. That's why unaona imefika that level ikapushwa juu by 19 aggressive buyers. So don't expect to see the buyers in the market then you expect market shuke chini. That's not gonna happen. You see, so if it's biased no wengi, expect the market to push up. You can see nini may happen hapa hivi. The moment 5.5k sellers wameoka, but only 0 buyers. Nini may happen? Market imefanya nini? Market imepush chini. So if you're fast, you can actually scalp BTC USD with a footprint chart. That is if you're fast. If that is your first to see those orders here, but tutakuja ba nini, tukiendelea hivi tutakuja kuona you don't need kuangalia hizi orders hapa hivi. It's very 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 hard to keep track hizi orders hapa hivi. I'm going to show you how to scalp using the order book. So order book ni unaonanga hizi orders vizuri one by one. I'm going to show you how to scalp using that order book. So hapo sijistress kushinda ukiangalia hizi orders kwa footprint chart. It's very 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 hard. Haya, so nataka tuone the role of big institutions and the role of retail traders, ama the role of us. So obviously mnasikia nikisema big institutions, hani kuna banks, hedge funds, any big shark, au ndo tunaitanga big institutions. So hawa watu wana placing very 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 big orders, big orders. So their activities is like to influence the market direction. So ukikuja kuelewa the order flow ama the flow of institutional orders, itakusaidia sana kudetect trends and the potential reversals depending on the orders za big institution. So wana placing very 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 large orders. So for example, acheni niwaonyeshe tu kidogo in case tuende hapa hivi kwa order book, and this is order book. So green is for buys. Hizi green ni orders zenye zinaingia za buys, red ni orders zenye zinaingia za sells. So you can basically see a big institution place. You can see 470 million worth of amount imeingia kwa market. So you can basically see each and every amount ama each and every order yenye inaingia kwa market. So green is for buys, red is for sales. So obviously this is not mtu tu ovyo ovyo, that's a big institution. This is not mtu ovyo ovyo, that's a big institution. But sasa hizi nyingine tunaona tudogo, other these are not big institutions. Ni watu tu here and there wanaingia tu kwa market randomly. If you are trading na BTC using BYBIT, tunaona orders zako ukiingia hapa hivi kwa market. And you can simply see if there is a lot of buy positions, what's happening to the market, you see. In case sasa sahi kuingie sellers aggressive, sellers strong, tunaona nini yote imepushiwa chini, hiyo footprint yote imepushiwa chini. Na tunajua aje sellers ni aggressive, tunaangalianga the highlighted orders. Unaona hizi ni highlighted, hizi ni za buyers, and see when wamepush market juu. So hizi zenye sio highlighted, we are not interested with them. Tunatakanga tu orders zenye ni highlighted. Juu kama ni highlighted inamaanisha iko na a lot of volume, you can see. Unaona you can see tunaona wamepush market hivi. So the only problem with the order book, you can scroll na huku hivi chini. Kaisha pita order imepita. So you can scroll. So you can see buy volume when inafanya market, but so immediately say sell volumes zitaingia. You'll be surprised to see market shooting down. You see it's still going up. So you can see there's no market inaweza enda chini na buy contracts ndo mingi. It's still going up. You see there's no market enda chini na buy contracts ndo mingi. See, let me see who is this calling me. A minute, guys. So yeah, you can see the market is still pushing up, but sellers wakiingia market inafanya nini? Ina push chini. So you can comfortably explain why the market is going down. You can comfortably explain why the market is going up. So yeah, tumesema hizi orders ziko highlighted ka yenye imetupita kwa hivi za big institution. The other ones we have nothing to do with a big institution here. So yeah, tutakuja kwa order book. Sitaki kuelezea order book sana for now. So let's just finish up the order flow versus the price action. Now, that's the role of big institutions, kuletea liquidity, mostly to move the market. So retail traders, sisi sasa, so si tunakuanga like reactive and mostly huwa tuna follow trends. So but positioning za retail traders zinaweza kusaidia kugauge the market sentiment. So tutakuja tu kwa market sentiment baadaye, so it can give us clues about the market sentiment ama the expectations of the retail traders. So especially when they are very very like excessively bullish ama bearish, hapo hivyo ndo inakujanga kutusaidia sana. Yeah. So that's the role of retail traders, just giving us the sentiment, what they think about the market. Inakujanga kuaffect sana wakati wa interest rates na wakati wa bank holidays. Yeah. So basically, we don't have a lot of roles kuja ni trading. So mm, the footprint charts real time or they are lagged by some minutes. So there's a guy asking that. So ndo tujibu hiyo swali, we can open the order book once more tuangalie whether footprints are real time ama ziko lagged. So this 1 minute footprint, able compare this volume and whatever will happen to this 1 minute footprint. So uangalie kama if the volume goes up, kama the footprint will go up. Ama if sellers wameingia, kama the footprint will go down. You can see what's happening. Sellers wameingia, what's going on? The footprint is going down. So it's not lagged. It's inakuonyesha like what is happening currently. Yeah, let's proceed. Yeah. So it's not lagged. So So let's see how the volume and the order flow influence the market movement. So number one, when the order flow when the buying selling pressure aligns with the high volume, result into stronger price movements. So if it's an uptrend but kuna high buy volume, you automatically inakwambia kuna nini? Stronger uptrend. So kama ni downtrend, then you align a high sell volume. That's in a later result of stronger downtrend ama strong selling market. So for example, kama kuna breakout from a key price level like a support ama resistance zone, then supported by increasing order flow ama increasing volume, kuonyeshana nini? A very very strong signal that market might continue in that direction. Kama tu ile example tulifanya before ya support and resistance ya breakout, inakuonyeshana nini? Price might continue going in that specific direction. What have I done? Yeah. So anytime una trade support and resistance, then when a breakout, you just wait for a shift in volume. Ndo what will happen at that specific area. For example, if it's this resistance zone here, and see 1, 2, 3 here. So all you have to do is to wait for a lot of selling pressure here. We can obviously see kuna a lot of selling pressure from the order book. Then we go in for sell positions. So you can see when kulikuwa na a lot of buy volume, but suddenly the buyers wakaanza kutoka kwa market, tukabaki na sellers. So before you sell ama before you buy, make sure at least kuna confirmation ya buyers. Now before you sell, make sure kuna confirmation ya sellers. In case hapa hivi, in case kungekuwa na candlestick ime breakout, then a breakout, then delta yake ni buyers, avoid that trade vibaya sana. You see, in case it breakout, then delta yake ni buyers, avoid that trade vibaya sana. So that might be a very, very, very strong breakout. It might be a false breakout, but hata kama ni false breakout, normally we don't trade that in support and resistance. In case of a breakout, huwa tunakuja retest, you see. But hata hapa hivi order flow, in case of a breakout, but it could accompanied by strong buy volume, you don't trade that. But in case that candlestick, i breakout na ifungia nje, then ikuwe a lot of sell volume, it's comfortable to go down with it. But if you break out with a lot of buying pressure, don't sell at that specific zone. Yeah. So leo ni kama tu introduction bado. So it's like introduction to. So that was just an example. So if the price breaks, so kuna another it's a new scenario. If the price breaks, in the breakout, assume the price in a breakout like that, but volume na order flow ni weak bado. So inamaanisha nini? The breakout may be less reliable ama inaweza reverse potentially. Hiyo ni kama tu hiyo example nimewapea. In case hapa kumekuwa na breakout but volume pattern ni negative, hii ingemaanisha nini? Kuna high probability of reversal. But in case inge breakout but price ikibaki kuwa positive, avoid that trade. But ikiwa negative, you can as well as take that trade. That has no problem with taking that trade. So strong bullish trend inafaa kuwa accompanied by high volume, tunajua that the price will continue trending up, but hatutaki kuona a strong bullish trend with low volume. No, tunataka kuona strong bullish trend with the high volume, sio volume ina range tu ama volume imechanganyika buyer sellers. Hapana, we want a strong bullish trend with high volume. Haya, bearish reversal, tunataka kwa bearish reversal tunataka kuona nini? High selling volume. Tutaki kuona bias kwa reversal unless kuwe na kitu inaitwa absorption. I'm going to teach hiyo kitu tutaenda kuwafunza. Case kukuwe na reversal then bias ndo wengi bado, I'll teach you what that means. So tutakuja kwa absorption. But tunataka kuona kama it's a reversal ama you're looking for a sell position, tunataka kuona high selling volume. So market ikionyesha like a signs of a reversal, for example, upate like price is making low highs, like that. But a price making low highs like that, inafaa kuwa accompanied by an increase in selling volume. But upate delta hapa hivi ilikuwa -10, then -20, -40, -60. That's a very good confluence for you to know that the price might continue scaling down. Higher. So how can you detect the market shift of the market ukitumia like order flow? So obviously change in order flow ama change in buying ama selling pressure. Na by buying and selling pressure hatuangalii candlesticks ama footprint color. We are just looking at the delta. Let me try to zoom in. So we are just looking for the delta. Hiyo ndo tu inatuonyesha buying ama selling pressure. So for instance, unaweza pata like kulikuwa na buy orders then kukaanza kuwa na increasing number of sell orders. So inaweza signal nini? A potential reversal ama consolidation. So kama tulikuwa na a lot of buys then sell orders zianza ku increase, what do we expect? A potential reversal all over sudden. So by hapo hivyo najua kila mtu sasa ashajua the advantages of kutumia sasa ama advantage of kuelewa volume and order flow. So market sentiment ama sentiment analysis, it's the reason why sentiment, ukisikia tu term sentiment ni kama what's happening ama what's driving the market ama what's happening in the market, you see. So tunatumia volume na order flow kwa the market sentiment for both retail traders and big institutions. Tunaitumia kwa price action confirmation. You are trading support and resistance, don't buy unless kuna a lot of aggressive buyers. Don't sell unless kuna a lot of aggressive sellers. Then number 3, anticipating the market moves. So ya kwanza tumesema ni market sentiment, ya pili ni price action confirmation, ya tatu ni anticipating the market moves. Unaweza kulikuwa na trade resistance then upate like hii ni Bitcoin, hii inakuanga na hata millions of orders, then upate like 500k sellers. Hii itakuwa very good zone for you to go in for sell positions. Yeah, I'm looking for examples. Let me look for examples here. Let's see. I'm looking for support and resistance examples. Nione kama kuna zimeformiwa vizuri. For example, let these are specific zone. Let me see what are these zones. Namtomaliza are limit orders reflected in volume considering they are not activated? No, limit orders are only reflected on depth of the market, but not on the footprint charts. So utaona tu limit orders for depth of the market, not on the footprint charts. But kuna types of footprints, kuna footprint charts zinaonyeshananga limit orders. But sasa kama ni buy limit zinakuanga side ya sellers, kama ni sell limit zinakuanga side ya buyers. Yeah. So assume you are taking this trade, these are support and resistance. So obviously, our first two touches are confirmation. This first touch and this is our second touch. So we are only supposed to trade from the third touch hapa hivi. Hapa hivi ndo tulikuwa tunafaa tu kutrade. So hapa hivi tunafaa kuona nini? You are looking for buy positions. Tunafaa kuona price being accompanied by strong buyers ama by a lot of buyers. In case hapa hivi tukuje then tupate sellers ndo wengi. Don't take that trade. So just turn to the footprint charts. Then you zoom in. Then you confirm buyers na sellers na nani wengi. You can see kwa both candlesticks hapa hivi chini, actually ya kwanza iko na 59,000 aggressive buyers, ya pili iko na 2.5k aggressive buyers pia. So that was a very 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 good confirmation to go up with it like that. So tunaangalia footprints zenye ama candlesticks zenye ziko around your support zone ama your resistance zone. So that was a very 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 good confirmation to do what? A very very good confirmation to continue uptrend with it like that. So lazima at least to confirm kama buyers ndo wengi ama sellers ndo wengi. Don't just trade like randomly to trade tu ndo trade. If it's a breakout, for example, at this specific level like that. So unafaa kujuaje most probably that breakout is going to continue. Just check buyers na sellers nyakani walikuwa wenye. Let's see. So unaona candlestick yenye ime break out hapa hivi iko na abnormal number of volume. Imagine that footprint iko na how many volume? Iko na nimezoom sana. Iko na negative 4.9 million aggressive sellers. Imagine kuna mtu ataona 4.9 million aggressive sellers na bado anataka kubuy. Sasa it's you against 4.9 million aggressive sellers surely. That was a very, very, very good confirmation that no matter what will happen, the market is going to break out at that zone in the election. Why? 4.9 million aggressive sellers. What do you expect from that? What do you expect from 4.9 million aggressive sellers? You expect the market to go up? No, not really. You expect the market to continue going down. So, kama huna footprint, I'm pretty sure mtu mwenye hako na footprint aligoja hii candlestick iishe ndo afanye nini? Apande juu nayo, abuy. But what happened? Ilishuka chini aggressively simply because of the 4.9 million aggressive sellers. Now keep in mind kwa 1 minute time frame. Imagine 4.9 million sellers kwa 1 minute time frame. Kwa footprint moja tu ikiwa na 4.9 million aggressive sellers. It's very absurd. It's a lot of a lot of sellers. Hapo kuna a lot of sellers. So yeah, so ukiwa na footprints you can easily anticipate the market moves. You can easily tell what's going to happen to the next what's going to happen. What's the next move per se. Haya, so then tutakuja kwa risk management and timing entries. Sana sana kwa timing entries. Kwa risk management tutakuja tukianza kufanya finished options. But timing entries, you can simply time your entries by just waiting for aggressive buyers ama by just waiting for aggressive sellers and so on like that. Yeah, it's very 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 simple. It's very simple. And luambia the moment mtaanza kutumia footprint, you won't stop. There's no going back from that. Consider itakuwa like very 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 fun. Yeah, so that's all about that's all for today. So leo ilikuwa tu kuonyesha how volume works, how order flows works and so on. So basically volume mostly utaitumia ikikuja ni confirmation na kuconfirm your nini, confirm your entries, whether I'm gonna go in for sell positions or whether I'm gonna go in for a buy position, whether the market is going to break out and at a certain specific area ama what's gonna happen depending according to the volume, according to the volume of the market. So if you are trading support and resistance, unachora tu support na resistance yako, then na zoom out the market. So for example, we were basically tuna buyingi ama tuna sellingi kwa the third touch. So kwa hii specific zone, this is the first touch, this is the second touch. So upon the third touch, we were supposed to buy. Na tungebuy tu the moment tumeona nini aggressive buyers hapa hivi. So in case uzuming upate kuna aggressive buyers, that was that was a good decision to buy. But in case uzuming upate aggressive sellers, there is no way utakuwa justified to buy. Most probably the market is going to break out. So hapa hivi we pretty sure tutapata nini kulikuwa na sellers wengi kuliko buyers. That's why the market will break out hizo tulikuwa tunafaa kubuy. So in case we zoom in on the footprint charts, let's see. What can we see? First, candlestick yenye iliguza hii zone, this one, kona negative 410,000 sellers, for 10k sellers. Then the next one ikakuja na negative 49,000 sellers. And then the next one ikakuja na negative 100k sellers. Na utapata mtu akibai hapo. Utapata tu mtu anataka kubai hapo. How do you buy that zone ikiwa na more than 600k sellers? So the moment uliona 249k sellers, 100k sellers na 400k 10k, that's half a million sellers, there's no way utabishana nao sellers wote ati ujaribu kupush market juu peke yako. You are pretty sure the market is going to do what? The market is going to break out downward like this. You see, it's that simple. So if you are trading support and resistance, actually combine order flow na support and resistance, it works very well. Inafanyanga kazi like magic. Works very well. You just draw your trend lines like this. That's a rectangle. And just take your trend line, mark your points of interest like that. Then all you have to do is to wait mpaka market kuje kwa hiyo zone yako, ndio ikuambie what's happening at that specific zone. So kama kwa hii zone ya kina nani wengi, just check. You can see kwanza, these are bearish candlestick yenye inafaa kuwa na sellers wengi hapa juu. But like when a sellers wengi, bearish candlestick ilikuja na 41,000 aggressive buyers. Next, yes, ilikuja na 24k sellers, but next ilifuatwa na 2k buyers. So in short, at this support zone of ours, kuna more buyers than sellers. You see. So just make sure before you go in, please unafuata the hizi orders tunaona huku hivi kubwa kubwa. Don't just go in sell juu unataka kusell. Usibuy juu market imekwambia nini pattern imekwambia buy. It's a very good idea to confirm whether it's a good idea to buy or sell using the order flow. So are the footprint charts limit orders reflected on Mejibu? Volume spikes, we should use the 5-minute time frame here. Kuna tofauti ya volume na delta. Yeah, delta tulisema it's the difference between buyers na sellers. Volume tulisema it's overall contract, some overall amount traded at each specific zone. Yeah, so any questions mpaka hapa hivyo? So basically tumemaliza module 1. So kesho sasa itakuwa footprint. Leo tumefanya volume, in order flow, kesho itakuwa footprint. Sasa uko na swali utainua tu mkono hapo hivyo, ndio tusilete a lot of noise and commotions kwa class. Stanley. Okay, Aki. Peter Nyamu.
Does it matter kama market iko kwa tuseme iko kwa uptrend ama downtrend? Ina matter?
Kumata as in?
Tuseme kama iko kwa uptrend uone kuna tuseme volume ya watu wengi ni ya kusell. Ina matter hapo, lazima uende na trade venye iko?
Not necessarily. Unaweza pata market iko kwa downtrend, then all of a sudden kuja aggressive buyers with millions of orders. What do you expect the market to do? Obviously, we expect the market to reverse. Sindio?
Yes.
So yeah, it doesn't matter. All you have to do ni kucheck nini? All you have to do ni kucheck like the volume yenye inaingia kwa market yenye inatoshana. If it's a lot of volume, it's a good idea to reverse with it.
Okay.
But obviously, ukiona strong downtrend, lazima ikuwa accompanied by large volume. So una confirm tu kwa footprint whether it's large volume. So sometimes utapata kitu kama, let me show you. Utapata kitu kama gani? So imagine seeing something like this on a footprint car. A book can you zoom in on this footprint. So you can basically see side ya bias, tulisema side ya bias ni, so you can basically see this side ya left, side ya bias kuna zeros. So you can see kuna a lot of zeros. So how do you expect kuwa na a lot of zeros side ya bias, then we expect that after hii footprint imeisha market ita push juu. So unaona?
Yeah.
So there can be a lot of zeros, like zero, hakuna bias wako interested at these specific prices, mama this specific zone, then we expect the market to push up. No. So just you simply check the volume like this. You can see sellers wenye walikuwa wengi. I can see hapa hivi juu kwa data room ilikuwa kuna 400,000 sellers. So unaona?
Lakini Pizzo
I can see
nikuulize,
the market was on an uptrend. So it doesn't matter kama market iko kwa uptrend ama iko wapi. Sellers wakiamua wanaipush chini vibaya sana. Buyers wakiamua wanaipush juu vibaya sana.
okay, I understand now.
Ati ulikuwa unataka kuuliza ati?
Oh, nilikuwa nimeona kama hii delta ni ya nini, lakini nimekumbuka hii side ya right ni bias. Nilikuwa nadhani ya left ndio bias, nyingine ndio nini, lakini nimeona mimi nilikuwa
Left,
nimekosa.
left ni sellers, right no buyers.
Hapo nimeelewa. Ni hiyo tu nilikuwa
Haya,
nataka kuuliza.
sawa. Edward, kama unaogopa kuuliza swali unaweza type swali yako hapo hivyo kwa messages.
Hai, ni aje?
Haya.
Sasa mi niko hapo kwa indicator. Najaribu kutafuta footprint kwa go chatting nimekosa bana. 2 hours.
So utakuja hapa hivi kwa charts, ukikuja kwa charts, then chini kabisa kwa charts, cluster no footprint.
Chini kwa chat.
Unaona penye hii imeandikwa cluster hapa, hiyo no footprints.
Oh, sawa, asante.
Then so I want to show you the settings. In the meantime wengine wakiuliza maswali. So make sure settings zako zinakaa vyema. Acha nizipige picha tu nitumie kwa group. Nitapiga picha nitumie kwa group. How do you know the correct time to exit? So we are going to cover that tukifika kwa unfinished business or unfinished auction. How do you connect the footprint charts, order book, and candlestick on the same screen? So order book na depth of market, unaona kaka point hapo hivyo. You can see that kazone. If you click it like this, utapata depth of the market, hata umeandikwa DOM, and order book ndio imechorwa kwa kitabu hapo hivyo. So you can just click on them, zitakuja at the same time. Yeah, you can see DOM and order book at the same time. Now, does this volume indicators keep updating as the kind of grows? Yeah, they keep updating. So in case to when for the last footprint, utaona in update tu. Ukiona ati kando imekuwa kubwa, but sellers ndo wengi, unless kuna kitu inaitwa absorption. In updating it automatically. If you see a candle going up, ni maanisha buyers ndo wengi. If you see a candle going down, ni maanisha sellers ndo wengi. But sasa hivi unaona hii candlestick imeanza almost ikue a bullish candlestick. Why? See a lot of buyers. But in case sellers tu, hata big 3 sellers waingie tu hapa hivi, unaweza ona venye watapush market chini. But tutakuja kwa hii, tukikuja ni tukifika kwa depth of the market. Gerard.
Yes, how are you?
Niko poa.
Unanisikia?
Yeah.
So my question is, while using this footprint, should we use a higher time frame? Let's say that in a higher time frame, 4 hours. In 4 hours.
We use 4 minutes and 5 minutes time frame. Yote tumesema these are mostly near entry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll use this one for confirmation, for entry.
Yeah, it's like for confirmation.
Oh, so can we use it for supply and demand also?
Yeah. But nitaonyesha venye tutachanganya na supply na demand tukifika kwa hiyo.
Okay, so no problem. Thank you.
Okay. Bill.
Yeah, Pizzo.
Uh-huh.
I'm still having a problem between delta and volume because when you refer to delta and volume, I'm seeing you cycling one up there. So I don't know which one is delta. I can't I can't differentiate.
So delta is like the difference between buyers and sellers. So ukisikia tu term delta, delta is equals
I
buyers
know,
minus sellers. So you see,
but up there,
this one
unaona
is the delta.
figures.
So delta, so volume is overall, volume is everything. So tukitaka kujua volume kwa hii footprint, it's everything, buyers plus sellers. Hiyo ndo volume. So but delta, it's like minusing buyers and sellers.
Okay.
So volume ni kuongeza sell volume plus buy volume. Kama ni 15 sellers, 15 buyers, so volume hapo ni 30. But delta ni 15 sellers minus 15 buyers minus 15 sellers. So delta inakutuonyeshanga tu ni akina nani walikuwa wengi, ni akina nani walikuwa wengi.
Understood.
Yeah. Do you have a recommended last question? Do you have a recorded video for today's session? I can see Dennis Gadwa ni kama alikuwa na record. I can see kuna mtu alikuwa na record, yeah. So kindly Dennis utatuma kwa group watu wafanye nini? Paki Rio.
So I have a question. I have a question, maybe 3 if you allow. First, if I do my analysis using the Paperstone broker, can I trade on XNES?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Second, how many candles should I consider? Nikitumia hizo delta nafaa kuconsider candles gapi before niingie isikuwe ni manipulation, like ndio iniambie tushachukua sasa hiyo momentum ya kupanda.
So mostly hata hatuangaliani candles. Mostly tunajipata tukiangalia like volume. Unaweza angalia 3 candles but zikuwe na 20k, 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 but kuwe na 1 candle with millions of contracts, you see.
Yeah.
So basically tunaangalia volume, ni volume gani mingi kwa your point of interest. If the market imefika kwa your point of interest, so assume this was your point of interest, but can see kuna 298k sellers and 301k sellers. So you expect the market to push down. But assume kukuwe na candlesticks kaa tatu hapa hivi 1 2 3 90k buyers, 90k buyers, 90k buyers, then the next candlestick kuwe na like 2 million sellers. So you see that hii imepatika hizi tatu. Yeah, so we basically don't check the number of footprints, but tukikuja kwa absorption ndo pekee tunaangalianga the number of footprint.
Okay.
But
The last
utakuja kuelewa
question.
kabisa tukifika mpaka kwa absorption.
Okay, the last question. Hapo kwa limit orders ulisema hizo ni za unaweka inakuwa hit unaingia kwa market. What happens in case kuna spread? Spread inaweza fanya ukose kuwa triggered kwa market.
Yeah, in case kuna spread, lazima both assume ulikuwa umeweka your limit orders on tuseme on this zone upon nimeweka hizo nini, upon nimeweka that line. So then ukiwa unatumia account iko na spread. So obviously kama iko na spread kumaanisha itakuwa na 2 line, buying price and selling price, ama bid and ask price. So lazima both of those 2 lines zikuje zipite this zone ndo your buy sell limit kwa triggered. But in case hii line moja ipite pata moja imepita ikaacha nyingine, it won't be triggered. Yes, candlestick itakuwa inakuonyesha ilipita, but your limit order won't be triggered. So if you're using a spread account, lazima both lines zipite like that ndio ikuwe triggered.
Okay, asante.
Yeah. How do I put delta in my chart? So nitatuma settings in a few. Let me share the settings in a few. Cha nizipige picha niwatumie mpaka how to put delta on charts. So I'll share kwa group. So make sure settings zako ziko exactly venye zangu ziko. Ndo tupelekane pamoja. A minute. I'll share everything. I'll just take a picture of them, then I show. So if you check the group, nimetuma neno settings. Yeah, nimetuma settings zote. Let me send them in order. Zisichanganye some of you. Let me just send them in order. Let me send one by one. So nimezituma tu in order. So you just make sure you copy paste those settings to your charts. Na your charts zitafanana na zangu sasa. Let me see. Rio ameuliza swali yake. Brian uliuliza swali yako. Brian Morelli, I think pia uliuliza swali. Kefa, do you have a question?
My final question is, in this footprint, you haven't show us where's the value area high, value area low, and the point of control.
So yeah, I'm going to show you that tukikuja kwa volume profile. But for the point of control, point of control tunaitanga high volume node, but pia nitawaonyesha ikikuja kwa that tukifika kwa that module. Aya, Kerika.
Okay, my question is, mimi nimeshindwa kuseti kabisa hizo nani.
Nimetuma settings kwa group.
No, sio setting.
Nini?
I mean yani chat yangu mimi kwa mfano hiyo sehemu ambapo kuna template hapo juu, I don't have it.
Hebu utatuma screenshot kwa group tutakuguide.
Okay, sawa.
Haya. Peter Mora.
Niaje?
Yes, hi.
I'm fine. So my issue I'm having a problem to get the pairs, like the USB card on my chat. I'm guessing nimesikia something to do with the broker ndio sijaweza kuset up poa. So nilikuwa nauliza for assistance group.
At a problem doing what?
In getting like the pairs. Unaona like hapa juu penye unafaa get kama yako ni BTC USD. Like I can't get, for example, like USD card kama hiyo.
Hebu uta screenshot tutakuguide pia kwa group.
Asante.
So I see there's no more questions in link call messages sana raised hands. Yeah, so we can basically continue tomorrow. Brian Murray, uko na swali gani?
Niko na swali ya mwisho tu siku nimeuliza. Umesema tunaweza tumia volume ku scalp. So nilikuwa nauliza moja ya 1 minute ina last for how long?
Nini?
Footprint ina last for how long? Maybe tuseme kama una scalp.
Kawaida tu ni kama the normal candlesticks. Time is the same.
So 1 minute time frame inatumia tu 1 minute.
Yeah. Ni the same tu.
Sawa.
Yeah, but nitaonyesha kuscalp tunatumianga order book, hatutumii footprints hapa hivi, tunatumia order book. So yeah. So naona hakuna swali. So in case uko na swali lingine you can uliza hapa hivyo kwa group. People are very, very, very friendly there. Utakosa kujibiwa. So you guys have a good night and don't miss tomorrow's class junior footprints. Tukimiss introduction to footprints itakulemea tu kidogo. So yeah, good night everyone.